Hello, my name is John Brewster from Farfield Osteopaths in Keighley. A little while ago, we released some information about what we've sort of coined the phrase of COVID back or lockdown back, for want of a better expression, mostly because during this lockdown period and COVID pandemic, people have not been getting out and exercising. They've been sat behind their laptops and computers, Xboxes, watching telly, not doing as much, and therefore just seizing up, and the posture is becoming more rounded and compacted together. So eventually causing a problem, getting a lot of pain, acute backs, necks can ensue from there really. So what I came up with was an option, a sort of antidote, if you like, to this, called what I term the relaxing spine tube. Very simply, it's a tube, and all you do is lay along it. From being all rounded and bent up, by laying along it, you're going to unfurl the spine, make it nice and long again. All you do, lay along it for about 3 to 6 minutes, and the less you do whilst you're laid on the tube, the better the outcome. And you do it once, twice a day for about, I'd say, 3 to 6 minutes at a time, and repeat that once or twice or 3 times if you want to, depending on what time you've got. It's a nice way to lengthen the back out from being compacted. So you might, for example, at lunchtime or when you stop for a coffee, lay along it and just get this rebooting of the spine. Now, it's not just the mechanics that benefit from this. Also, you get what's termed the autonomic system, or automatic system as I call it, which populates this area of the back, in the back of the chest, and it tends to reboot that and makes it more relaxed. And then if you also add in the breathing exercise, which you can do whilst you're laid on the tube, then you get even more relaxation into the back, which then settles everything down. So what I'm going to do is just show you how to use it very simply. So if I just lay along this tube here, park your bum on the very bottom of the tube. All the times I might add, you keep your knees bent, feet on the floor. Better to do it on a comfortable carpeted floor rather than a very firm floor. Knees bent, as I say all the time. Unfurl your spine all the way along the foam tube, the relaxing spine tube. Keep the back of the head touching there as well. Now, if you can't reach the tube because you're a bit rounded in the back, maybe get a small pillow or a small book or something like that, just to make up the difference between the back of your head, keeping the chin tucked in, as I say, and the back of the tube. Ultimately, as you get better at it, you'll find the back of the head will touch the tube in time, keeping that chin tucked in all the time. Knees bent all the time, as I say, so don't flatten them, keep them bent all the time, feet on the floor, and then just relax. As I say, the less you do, the better it is. As you relax there, you can take the opportunity of being there for 3 to 6 minutes to maybe do your breathing. And there are 3 parts to breathing, you may know. First part is anatomy, where you try and get a lot more emphasis from your tummy rather than your chest. So you're trying to make 90% happen in your tummy, rising and falling in the tummy. And also breathing in and out through your nose all the time. So the nose is your onboard inhaler. When you breathe through your nose, you moisten and warm the air, and you also add in nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide goes into the lungs, dilates the tubes by up to 15%. So you get your onboard inhaler, makes a lot more benefit from breathing in and out through your nose. Your mouth comes in when you run up some stairs or across the road, but all the time your nose is doing the work. So nose, tummy for breathing. Second part is the rate of breathing. Now if you can breathe in for 3 seconds, out for 4 seconds, hold for a second. That's the time. It gives you around about 7 to 7.5 cycles a minute, that. In for 3, out for 4, hold for a second. You can get apps on the phone which help, like a metronome, to lay beside you and listen to that metronome breathing of in 3, out 4, hold for a second. Take as long as you like with each of these segments, the anatomy, then the rate, and finally the volume of air. So as you breathe in, you're trying to dribble the air in. So how little air can I breathe? So you're playing around with the diaphragm. which also is innervated by a relaxatory nerve as well. So you're benefiting all of the time on the foam tube by inducing as much relaxation into things as you can. Hence the name, the relaxing spine tube. So you're trying to dribble the air in over the 3 seconds, dribble the air out slightly longer for the 4 seconds, hesitation, and the same again. Now try and lessen the breathing until you find you get to a point which is a little bit too much and you have to maybe intake a bit more breathing air into your lungs, and then settle back to a reasonable normal. Obviously, as you practice, you'll get better at the volume quicker. So you lay on that tube for about 3 to 6 minutes, getting your breathing working, those 3 segments of breathing, and really taking advantage of that foam tube lying up the spine, whilst all the time keeping your knees bent and the back of the head touching the tube and the chin tucked in. So lay there for 3 to 6 minutes. After that time, maybe slide the tube to the side of you, so you're laid on the comfortable carpet for a moment. About 30 seconds to a minute, you're laid on the floor beside you. After that time, then you're back on the tube for another 3 to 6 minutes, doing your breathing, and then settle down. So again, you work on both the anatomy of the spine lengthening, the breathing inducing more work, the diaphragm work, relaxing that even further, and allowing the spine to lengthen back out from being rounded from your computer work or whatever. Give that a try, the relaxing spine tube. Thank you.